That's all you're in. The game will end if I'm asking the question, I'll stop. If you're answering a question, you can answer that one question only. You're playing for a 30-point bonus, and here's a toss-up. Precisely where are you if there are clowns to the left and jokers to the right?
Some guys, that's just
Stuck in the middle with you.
That is correct. Now the bonus. Identify these NFL running backs from their redacted, oh, this is the 1907.
okay.
Their redacted football cards. Please look at the screen.
Yep. Here we go.
That's Eric Dickerson.
Okay.
It's John Riggins.
And finally,
Floyd Little.
yeah, you have all three of those. Our team's playing now for a 30-point bonus. Here is the toss-up. On October 11th, 1975, Saturday Night Live premiered on NBC with George Carlin as its first host. Who were the two musical?
Some guys, Vincent.
They were Billy Preston and Janice Ian.
Those were the two musical. Now the 30-point bonus. Believe it or not, some people actually miss Ricky Gervais and his excellent put-downs of celebrities during the Golden Globes. So I'll give you Ricky's introduction. You tell me who he was introducing for 10 points apiece. First one, Ashton Kutcher's dad. That's
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis is correct. He has done all of those films, but many of you in this room probably know him best from such facilities as the Betty Ford Clinic and the Los Angeles County Jail.
Robert Downey Jr.
Yes, Robert Downey Jr. And finally, it's going to be a night of partying and drinking, or as this actor calls it, breakfast.
Charlie Sheen.
That is Charlie. All right, we're playing for an audio bonus, 1904. And actually, here is your audio toss-up, 1912. Identify the occasion and the color man speaking from this audio clip.
Blue Wire, Don.
Jack Buck and Kirk Gibson hitting a walk-off home run for the Dodgers.
That is correct. Blue Wire, here's your bonus. Listen, and this is 1904. Listen to these barbershop quartets and identify the original song and artist for 10 points each.
Wake up like it never happened and then we were nothing. I don't even need your love, but you treat me like a stranger and that feels so right.
Title and artist.
You didn't have to stoop. Sometimes in our lives we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we ooga chaka, ooga chaka, ooga chaka,
All right. Do we have time? Time goes back, and I need the original song and artist.
Somebody that I used to know, Greg Gautier, Lean on Me, Bill Withers, Hooked on a Feeling, Blue Sweet.
Was the first one, or I don't have to go?
Yes.
Yes. That's all three for 30 points. We now have a 30-point bonus, and here is the toss-up. On the Andy Griffith Show, Barney had two basic prison rules. The first was obey all the rules. What was the second? Was don't write
Some
on the
guys did.
walls. Don't write on the walls. Still playing for that bonus. Here's the toss-up. The date of January 30th, 2000, 72,625 people gathered at the Georgia Dome. Super Bowl 34 is late in the fourth quarter, and there are 6 seconds left. Tennessee Titans quarterback Steve McNair rolls out on the final play of the game as his team tries to beat St. Louis by 7 points, or the minus 7 points. He completes a pass to which Titans receiver that ends up short of the goal line on a play that is now simply called the catch.
Some guy's missing.
Tyson?
No, can you take it? Some guy in a blue wire.
Blue wire, Don.
Frank Weichen?
Kevin Dyson.
Tackled by Mike Smith is what I was looking at.
Still playing for a 30-point bonus now. Here is the toss-up. The first all-paperback bookstore was established by Peter Marin and Beat Generation personality Lawrence Ferlinghetti.
Some guy's Diego.
Is it City Lights Bookstore?
City Lights is where we're going. Here now is that bonus. Boxers usually don't know when to retire. Answer these questions about boxers who could have used one less fight. Larry Holmes pummeled him into submission to TKO and probably advanced his Parkinson's, though science suggests that that's a separate issue.
Muhammad Ali.
It is Muhammad Ali. You know you're over the hill when your last fight is against Butterbean, which happened to this former heavyweight champion on July 27, 2002. Even though he won the fight, he might as well have been fighting a donkey.
Is that Mike Tyson?
That is Larry Holmes. Although his last fight was against Scott Walker in 1995, this Nicaraguan fighter's career went decidedly downhill after 2 consecutive losses to Aaron Pryor in 1982 and 1983.
Alexis Arguello?
It is Alexis Arguello. We have 2 of those for 20 points. Now playing for a 40-point bonus. Here the toss-up. Named for an 18th century slave trader, what is the popular name for the shopping area around the intersection of Allerton Road and Smithtown Road in Liverpool, which the Beatles adopted as a title for a song?
Blue wire, Don.
Penny Lane.
I'm sorry.
Penny Lane.
Penny Lane. Okay. Here's your bonus, Blue Wire. Identify these actors from the description of their humble beginnings as soap opera characters. First, he appeared in One Life to Live using his real first name. His character, Tom Siegel, fell in love with a nun and died after falling down some stairs.
Tom Selleck.
That's Tom Berenger. This actor spent 4 years on One Life to Live as Mark Tolan, who was involved in blackmail affairs and wanted for murder.
Tom Selleck.
No, that's Tommy Lee Jones. This Magnum PI star appeared as dead
Tom Selleck.
And finally, long before his stint as an evildoer on Heroes, he appeared as Crispin Ryder in the British soap Crossroads.
Tom Hiddleston.
No, that's Malcolm McDowell, but you have one. All right, you're playing for a 40-point bonus now. Team Here's the toss-up. The band must have been playing for an awfully long time. What actress gave the longest Oscar acceptance?
Some guy's missing.
Greer Garson.
Greer Garson for Mrs. River, over an hour. Right off the stage. Here's your bonus. Identify the musical group or artist that created these mythical but clearly fun-sounding musical locations. Funky Town.
What's the name?
Party Town.
Oh, Glenn Fry.
Glenn Fry is right. Swing Town.
Street Miller Band.
Suffragette City.
Take it over.
You have all 4 of those. All right, we're looking at 1902 now, which is a bonus for 30 points. This novel was occasionally made into a film in 1931. I'm sorry, was originally made into a film. It actually was made into a film in 1931. Directed by Roy Del Ruth and starring Ricardo Cortez. Most filmgoers know the 1941 remake, directed by John Huston and starring
Some guys Vincent.
The Maltese
the
Falcon.
Maltese Falcon. All right, you eat a lot of them and should have no trouble identifying these candy bars, given these pictures. If you look at the screen.
Three Musketeers.
That's correct.
Pink Bar.
And finally, is that the third one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that is Reese's Sticks. 2 for 20 points.
Rhymes with Twix.
All right, playing for 30-point bonus now. The toss-up. Radiohead was the lead act for the 2016 Outside Lands Festival in San Francisco. That concert also saw the first live performance of another band in its 40-year existence, playing 5 songs which included Ophelia by the band, the Beatles with a little help from my friends, aided by the Oakland Tabernacle Choir. And can you picture that, which this band sang in the Muppet movie? Name the band.
Some guys Vincent.
The Electric Mayhem.
No, I won't accept that. Can you take it?
Dr. T.
Who was it? Go ahead.
We don't know.
Buzz.
Who got it?
Yeah.
Dr. Teeth and the Electric
It's
Man.
Dr. Teeth. Now the bonus for you, Blue Wire. Kings and Things for 10 points each. First, who won an Oscar playing King George VI in 2010?
Colin Firth.
Ben Mendelsohn played King George VI in what, 2017 film?
That is no. Darkest Hour.
That's right. And finally, Dunkirk in 2017 did not feature King George VI as a character, although Richard King was the supervising sound editor. In an interesting twist, the sound recordist of the 1958 film Dunkirk also had the surname King, and his given name was the same as the surname of that film's director. What is it? Answer.
Bob King.
It's Norman, less than Norman director, Norman King sound recordist. We have two of those for 20 points. All right, teams playing for a 40-point bonus now. Here is the toss-up. During her 2 years at Texas Tech, she was twice selected as the Southwest Conference Player of the Year. She has earned both Most Valuable Player and Defensive Player of the Year honors twice as a professional. She was the first woman to have a Nike shoe named after her, named as WNBA All-Star, who came out as a lesbian in 2005.
Some guys Diego.
Is it Lisa Leslie?
No, can you take it? Blue Wire.
Blue Wire Don.
I'll just say Brittany Griner, and she did it there.
It's Cheryl Swoops. Cheryl Swoops. All right, teams, you're playing for 40-point bonus. Here is the toss-up. Ernie of Sesame Street scored a top 20 hit with what, 19?
Some guys catch.
Rubber Ducky.
Rubber Ducky. All right. I'll name the Saturday Night Live Weekend Update anchor. You tell me how they signed off typically for 10 points apiece. First, Jane Curtin.
Good night and have a pleasant tomorrow.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Good night and have a pleasant tomorrow.
That's correct. Dennis Miller.
That's it is, and I'm out of here.
That's right. Kevin Nealon.
It's news to me. I'm Kevin Nealon, and that's news to me.
Finally, Colin Quinn. 52. I have 3 of those for 50 points. All right, then. You're playing now for a 40-point bonus. In the Star Trek episode All of Our Yesterdays, censors prevented Gene Roddenberry from showing Marion Hartley's belly button. Fortunately, Roddenberry was able to achieve this dream, featuring Hartley with 2 belly buttons in what 1973 TV movie starring Alex Gordon and Ted Cassidy, whose title featured the names of a device featured in Star Trek TV Star Trek.
Some guys would say,
Genesis? Genesis X?
We accept that?
No.
Okay. No, can you take it? It's Genesis 2.
That's right.
He's still playing for that bonus. Here's a toss-up. Their first hit was a take on the traditional Irish ballad Whiskey in the Jar, but are best known for their smash, The Boys Are Back.
Blue Wire Done.
Thin Lizzy.
Thin Lizzy is right.